You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, soap opera fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and this is something for everybody. No matter which of the 4 current soaps that you are watching, you should be concerned about whether the actors' strike will shut down your soap opera. Already, we've got the writers' strike, and starting on Friday, July 14th, we now have an actors' strike, and this does not bode well for the fate of a lot of scripted TV in Hollywood. Let's dig in. So, the writers' strike began on May 2nd, 2023. Right now, Bold and the Beautiful, Y&R, and General Hospital are all working off of scripts that were not written by the full team, the full usual writing team at each of these soaps. As for General Hospital, just of interest is we went and looked at all the known co-head writers like Chris Van Etten, Dan O'Connor, Elizabeth Corte, and as of June 8th, which was a month into the strike, and they usually write a month ahead, so that's when they'd run out of scripts. Those are the last time that they had any credits on IMDb, credits towards the end of the show. Right now, there are no writing credits at all showing up at the end of the episodes, and there are no writing credits showing up on IMDb for General Hospital. So what's going on at GH? I don't know. Probably somebody went FICOR and is crossing the line and writing scripts, or Frank Valentini bought a typewriter. I don't know. But Days of Our Lives is fortunate because they initially had 6 months of runway because they write 6 to 7 months ahead. They're down to like 4 to 5 months where they still have plenty already filmed. Bold and the Beautiful has 2 of their top writers, the co-head writer and I think an associate head writer, that have gone financial core. FICOR means you take a step back from the union. You lose your voting rights temporarily while stuff is going on. You can get them back later, I believe. And you just basically say, look, I financially cannot afford this strike. I'm going to keep working. And you go FICOR and you're allowed to keep working. A lot of people call them scabs. And, it's not a real popular thing to not strike with the rest of your industry. But B&B has 2 of their top writers that have gone FICOR and have stayed on and are continuing with Brad Bell's vision. Meanwhile, Young the Restless has Josh Griffith as a head writer, and he went FICOR in the last strike back in 2007 and 8 when the writers were out for 100 days. And over at Days of Our Lives, they can just, they can shoot what scripts they have. And then, worst case, they can go on hiatus. We haven't heard anything about hiatus yet. Given how far they shoot ahead, they probably write more than a month ahead, would be my guess. Days is just like that. Hey, we're going to dig into this a little more and tell you what the actors strike that is now joining the forefront of this news means for your favorite soap opera. But if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our updates on Y&R, GH, B&B, Days of Our Lives. So right now, SAG AFTRA, SAG stands for the Screen Actors Guild. SAG AFTRA has the actors also going out on strike as of Friday, July 14th. They're not joining the WGA in solidarity. It's just overlapping strikes, the same issues. They want more money. And this is the first time that the actors and writers have been on strike at the same time since 1960. That is 63 years. And I believe ex-president, who's passed away now, Ronald Reagan, if you didn't know this, he was an actor and he was head of the Screen Actors Guild the last time it went on strike at the same time as the WGA back in 1960. So we saw some clips of the head of SAG, the head of the Actors Union, Fran Drescher. You might know her from The Nanny or other things. Fran Drescher's pretty iconic and famous. And she said that they are being victimized by a very greedy entity, talking about, the streaming platforms, the networks, all of it. Hollywood is an entity, I think, and said it was disgusting and shame on them. So because of this strike, as of Friday, actors can't work on a set. They can't go out promoting any film or TV or streaming projects. They can't do any related projects. They cannot do conventions, fan events, any of that. That's for everybody in SAG AFTRA. So are the soap actors walking out as of Friday? Are we a month away because of the tape to air delay from no more soaps aside from Days of Our Lives until this strike is over? Well, the answer is no. It is thankfully no, and it's for an interesting reason. The soap writers are in SAG, but they are under this thing called net code. Net code, and that's an old word. It sounds like it's a new internet, programming word, but it's not. Net code is this old AFTRA agreement for game shows, award shows, live audience variety shows. That includes something like, say, Saturday Night Live, because it's a variety show and it has a live audience. Also talk shows and soap operas, which all those other have live audience, but soap operas don't. But soap opera wound up under net code, which was this old collective bargaining agreement that's still been in existence. And Nancy Lee Grant, who plays Alexis from GH, said, quote, "We are required to work or are sued for breach of contract." So not only are they not participating in the strike and they're not part of the whatever the agreement is that governs the bulk of SAG AFTRA, if they don't show up because they want to strike in solidarity with the other actors, with the writers, they can be sued. And that means they'd probably be fired as well. So while we, of course, are very sympathetic and supportive of the writers who want fair pay and the striking actors and all that, we, of course, are relieved here at Soap Dirt that the soaps will stay on the air. It looks like they've worked out the writing issues at all of the soaps. The only one, again, I said we don't kind of know what's going on, is General Hospital. And the other ones, I can see that they're in the hands of people that are responsible and who know the storylines and who know what the showrunners want. But General Hospital, it's a big question mark. So we will wait to see. The storylines are still exciting. They seem to be going in the right way. So whoever they've got in their writing obviously has some kind of roadmap to where the stories were going. And the bottom line is, any big lapse in soap opera production means that fans tune out. And then when the shows come back on, we have lower ratings, we have a smaller audience, and it enhances the risk that the networks will replace your soap opera with cheaper programming like a game show or a talk show. So let's hope this strike gets over soon to everybody's benefit. Hey, if you haven't, please reach down and click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our soap opera updates here at Soap Dirt on YouTube. And I'd love it if you would click a like on this video. And we will talk to you guys soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.